This is Teresa with My Crochet Obsession. I'm super excited to get with you today and share a new project that I want us to work on together, but we need this mystery yarn to get started.
If you're like me, you have some of this. And I know you've seen some other videos perhaps about making what many people call magic yarn. Well, there's nothing magical about it. I call it mystery yarn because it is a mystery how beautiful this pile of what some people might consider trash, but I don't throw yarn away, so to me, I can put it together and make something really beautiful, and I call it mystery yarn.
I'll demonstrate a
common way to join these, and then I wind it up as I go, and it turns out to be one of these very colorful cakes. Now, what I'm not seeing currently online is a lot of different things to do with this mystery yarn. I've seen blankets. I've seen blankets, basically scrap blankets. And I think if we use our imagination, there's something else that we can do with this type of yarn. One of the things that I did is I made these small 5-inch blocks with my mystery yarn, and I think they're really cute. Now, I couldn't imagine a huge block with this mystery yarn. I think it would be a little busy. But what I decided to do, I saw online this beautiful boho scarf
made in luxurious merino wool, which is reflected in the $200 price tag.
I'm going to use that as my inspiration for utilizing the mystery yarn in a very beautiful and creative way. There was also a matching boho hat, and I'm planning on us making that too.
Now let's make some of this mystery yarn. You may have seen this process before, but it's so important it bears repetition.
You take your 2 pieces of yarn that you want to join, and let's put this turquoise with it. All right, and I lay my yarn out with the ends opposite each other. So I've got one string of yarn running one way and one string of yarn running the other. And then I take both of them in my hand, but the loose end that I'm going to be working with, I put it under the other yarn, over the turquoise yarn, then over the white yarn, under the white yarn, and cinch it up. So you can see the turquoise yarn is not knotted at all, only the white yarn, and that's exactly what we want. And then you tighten it up. When you think you've got it tight, cinch it again, just to make sure it's really, really tight. And so that's what it looks like. Then we take it the other way and take your other end of yarn, the turquoise end in our case. Again, the same formula, the same direction. Take your turquoise yarn, put it under the white yarn, over the white yarn, over itself, the turquoise yarn, and then under itself, under the turquoise. So the formula is under, over, under. And then you, again, see, we've just made a little knot around the white yarn, and it can slide. That's what you want. And then you cinch the turquoise yarn very, very tight. Again, when you think you've got it tight, tighten it again. And that's what we have. We have 2 knots, one in each color, and then we pull them together. And just as we did with the knots, when you think you've got it tight, tighten it again. Just to make it snug. It also makes those 2 knots as small as they can possibly be, in addition to being as small as they can possibly be. And then I take small scissors that are thin. You want thin blades so you can get as close to the knot as possible without getting into the knot, and give it a clip. Same here. Get as close to the knot without getting into the knot and give it a clip. Once I get to this place, I give it one more tug. Good, nice tug. And as long as it doesn't give way, we're in good shape. Now, if either one of your yarns were to break, that would mean the integrity of that yarn is gone. Do not use it in any of your projects, but it would still be a good thing to put inside stuffing for some other object. Now, once I get my strands of yarn all knotted together, I have my yarn winder right next to me. And I go ahead and take this end and tie to the yarn tail on my yarn winder. That's what this yellow is. It was on my yarn winder. And so I'm going to tie it. And there we go. Under, over, over, under. Pull it tight. Again. Under, over, over, under. I call it a mystery knot. It's 2 square knots around the opposite pieces of yarn and then trimmed off. Okay, there we go. And that's the way it's done. There you have it. And then this is connected to my yarn winder. That's the way I do it. And there you have it. That's how we make mystery yarn.
Please subscribe for more crochet tutorials.